Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel, the high-tech touch.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Marcus Jackson.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set for game 2 here between ICC and Southwest, as this is going to be a fly ball out to the gap, and it's going to go for a leadoff double for Jackson. Didn't even have enough time to get my camera switched there, as that was a 5 o'clock First American National Bank opening pitch, and a good start to the contest there for Jackson and the Bears, as they lost the first game 19-3 in 7 innings. They want to get some confidence and strike early here.
Yeah, they definitely do. And like you said, that was, an excellent way to lead off a game right there with a double. And you got your speed on base and no outs now, and the runner in scoring position. And so they're fighting hard to strike early and try to back Etowamba in the corner.
So runner on first and no outs. This is Harrell now at the plate, and that's up the middle. And nice play over there to scoop that one up in the middle by Martin Knowledge. 6-3 on the putout, but it does advance the runner to third. That took an awkward hop off the hill that time, and a nice adjustment there by Marty.
It was a nice adjustment, but it also slowed the ball down a little bit, in my opinion. Not that Marty wasn't going to get there, but it would have been a little harder play, just simply because of the speed. That came off the bat solid right there, but again, Martin Knowledge moving in the right direction, able to get over there, field it cleanly, and get the out. So, but like you said, it did move the runner over to third. 1 out only now, and you got your 3-4 hitters up.
Now this will be the third baseman, Jones, coming to the plate. Listed that pitch in there for a strike. On the hill here for the Indians is Ben Davis getting a start in game 2. We'll take a look at some numbers on him here in a moment, as his 0-1 pitch is going to be a grounder, and that's the side you wanted to go to, the right side, to get the run across. Nicely done there by the Bears to strike early.
Yeah, good piece of hitting again there by the Bears, and able to put the ball in play to get that run in here. A crucial run here in the first inning, in my opinion, so that way they know that they're striking early, and again, trying to put the pressure on the Indians.
That was an RBI ground out by Jones to second that scored Jackson, and now with 2 outs in the inning, this would be McHenry, the catcher, coming to the plate as he fouls this one back for strike 1. McHenry, he had a very, very, very busy time behind the plate in game 1. He was a tough out, though, at the plate. I believe he ended up going 3 for 4 on the day in the first game. As that pitch missing low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, he had a good day that first game. Back to Ben. Ben's right-hander, freshman for us out of Boonville. Pitched at Boonville High School. That pitch is fouled back there. 1-2 count now. Ben Davis has 7 appearances on the year, 3 wins, 1 loss, 26 innings pitched, giving up 29 hits, 21 runs, 11 base on balls, 18 Ks for a 5.88 ERA.
And so the 1-2 pitch on its way. This one dribbled forward, and
got him in the,
yeah, they're going to say it is a foul ball. It looked like it bounced back and kind of popped him in the forehead there.
Yeah. Ball popped back up pretty quick.
Yeah. And it snuck underneath the bill of that hat, and McHenry saying he's good, and that's a scary situation because you look in that general area where it hit him, you know, a couple inches to the side, and you're getting it right there in the nose. And as a guy that's broke his nose 3 times in his life, that ain't fun.
That ain't fun.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Second baseman scoops it up, throws it over in time for the out. We're going to keep it here and give you today's Coca-Cola starting lineups being presented to you by the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. I've already introduced you to the first 4 batters of the game here for the 15 and 19 Southwest Bears. Is Jackson in left field. Harrell is the shortstop. Jones is the third baseman. McHenry is catching. 5 through 9 will look like this. Williams the center fielder. Otts will be in right field. Thompson will be the DH. Keel will be the second baseman. And Boutwell will be at first base. And pitching is going to be Lee Ritt for the Bears. We'll take a look at some numbers on him here in a moment. So for ICC, they come in with a record of 20 wins, 8 losses, 8-5 in conference play. Drew Capobianco will start us off. He's at second base. Matthew Martin-Olich will be the shortstop. Will Verdong will be the third baseman. Jackson Lee will be in right field. Jackson Settlemyers will be the DH. Bo Rock will be at first base. Gray Bain will be the catcher. Eli Hancock will be in left field. And Ty Robertson getting the start in center field here. We've already talked about Ben Davis being the starter here for the Indians on the hill in game 1. So number 10, I don't have his first name wrote down.
Luke.
It is Luke Lorette. Luke Lorette coming to the hill here. Brad, you got any numbers on him?
I do. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Luke is a freshman right-hander out of Louisiana. And so far this year, he has 8 appearances, 4 wins, 2 losses, 38 1/3 innings pitched. He does have 1 complete game to his credit. He's given up 40 hits, 27 runs, 24 base on balls, 37 Ks with a 5.87 ERA.
And Brad, I think the big key here for Southwest, 1 is, yes, to get on the board early, get some confidence with the bats, but 2, throw strikes. You know, they gave away a lot of free opportunities, and I think if their coaches were to tell you that, that'd be one thing they want to work on here in game 2.
Yeah, out of the bullpen, they struggled. And I don't know how much more depth they've got in their bullpen.
Yeah, they went 5 deep in the first game.
Yeah, so that's another thing you got to look at if you're Southwest. So I don't know how much more depth they got in there. I mean, I'm sure they got some to call in there, or they may use someone who is already playing who could come in middle relief or close if need be, if it gets to that stage. But, yeah, you're right. They got to throw strikes. You know, the first pitcher just had a tough day, Thomas, and then Green came in and kind of settled things down and pitched well. But then they ran into some issues there with their other middle relievers. So you're right. They just got to throw strikes and force us to hit the ball. As that's strike 1 right there, and that's a good start for Lorette.
And so this is Drew Capobianco playing second base as he has all season here for the Indians. 0-1 is the count. That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. And softball is still 9-0. That one's, 10-0, heading to the bottom of the 10th. So the Indians trying to do quick work there in game 2 of Southwest and pick up that road sweep. As this pitch is going to be fouled off the netting, and 1-2 now is the count. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can visit renaissancebank.com, but I want to encourage you to visit renaissancernation.com. That's where you can find all those skits that they do, the videos, some. There's strike 3 right down the middle as Capobianco looking for something else, but that was a fastball, no doubt on that one, and that is a Renaissance Bank strikeout.
Yeah, good start right there by Lorette and getting that K and getting Capobianco, which keeps the leadoff hitter off, and of course gets out number 1. But got 2 and 3 here coming up. Both these guys are hot with Martin-Olich, and this one's fouled out of play over here down the right side, or actually behind us. So 2-3 have been hot today, Adam.
Most definitely, as he was our Samstown Market star of the game there in game 1. Having a 4-for-5 day at the plate. So he's wanting to try to stay hot here for the Indians in game 2. 1 out, nobody on here, bottom of the 1st. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. It's quiet ballpark. Not a whole lot of chatter from the dugouts. The fans are enjoying the weather. Depending on your temperature, either seating in the shade, if you don't like the sun right now, but seating in the sun's been a premium today.
Yeah, got to get some good vitamin D out there, and I tell you what, it's a beautiful day to be sitting outside in the sun, in my opinion. Still got a few people rolling in here for game 2 as Martin Knowledge sends that one to right field, pops that up. Right fielder is running. It's going to drop foul, so he's got another chance at it here at him. But you're right. It's a great day to be out here. Come join us. I'm sure the BSU is still, Brother Chris got the concession still fired up back there, and you can get you a good hamburger or hot dog or both.
Saw he had some bacon on the grill earlier.
Oh, goodness. Bacon burger.
Now we're talking. So 1-2 is the count here, as this is Martin Knowledge with 1 out and nobody on here for the Indians. And that's a curveball, nearly hit him. And it evens the count now at 2-2.
Good take right there, obviously, but kind of rolled his front shoulder as need to be, and got by him there. Didn't hit him, so he's still up there alive at the plate to try to put something in play.
And this one fouled back, and it'll get out of play, and we'll sit at 2-2. Talked about it, Martin Knowledge will be playing at Delta State next season. He's down from, I believe, the Ellisville area. Is that correct? I can probably look at my roster and tell you.
Martin Knowledge.
Yeah. Yep. As there's a ground ball to the shortstop. Scoops it up, throws it over in time for the 6-3 putout. And now that'll bring up Will Verdung. 2 outs and nobody on here for Verdung. Started the game 1 hot with back-to-back 2-run home runs. But after that, I guess it was Green that kind of figured him out and kind of kept his bats quiet, even though he did have a ground out. He did walk, but he was still able to reach on an error. But when he did walk and reach on the error, he scored, and that ground out also scored a run, so he was still productive despite the long ball. As that pitch, right down the middle for a strike, one of those pitches that if you're the Rhett, you're like, I got away with one there.
Yeah, he had a good first game. Like I say, Green was the only one that was able to calm him down a little bit there at the plate, and that's quickly down 0-2 here. That was a breaking pitch by Lorette there. Lorette looking pretty sharp here in the first inning for the Bears, and got Martin Knowledge out, got the top 2 out here, and so now you got Verdung. Well, that's not going to drop. That's going to be right at the right side.
Right fielder in the right spot at the right time right there. It's got to be a line out. Indians go quietly. 3 up, 3 down. That's a big-time victory there in the first inning for the Bears as they score 1 in the top half of the inning, and they get through the toughest part of the lineup so far today for the Indians at 3 up, 3 down in the bottom half of the first. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back as we head now to the top of the second inning. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up. Williams, Otts, and Thompson, as Williams switching out a bat, then getting the bat that he originally had back, and coming to the plate now. Brad, if you're a Bears fan, you like the start of Game 2 here so far.
Yeah, it's definitely what did not happen in Game 1, and of course, they got 1 run on the board in the first inning, and they were able to muster that out. And then Lorette came out and did an excellent job of getting 1, 2, 3 as that's strike one there from Davis. But got 1, 2, 3 out, which is hard to get 2 or 3 out this last game, game one.
So that first pitch called a strike. 0-1 is the count. This is going to be a flare out to the right side. Right fielder is going to have to run back and makes the play.
Great adjustment out there by Jackson Lee out there to turn around. Of course, that sun, he's looking right in the sun, and of course we always talk about that probably every game. But he practices in it, he's used to it, and it still doesn't make it any easier though.
So with 1 out now, this will bring the right fielder Otts to the plate. Ben Davis on the hill here for the Indians. Southwest leads it 1-0. Pitch missing low for a ball. We welcome those watching in support of the Indians this afternoon and say a special hello to those that are watching in favor of the Bears, as this is going to be a ground ball, foul ball, strike one. Softball going on down there at Southwest between ICC and the Bears. Indians trying to get the sweep and win game 2 as there's a swing and a miss for strike 2.
Good pitch right there outside part of the plate, and Otts just wasn't able to catch up with that. Well, we'll give you an update there. State they were battling there with South Carolina.
And how do you not ring him up on that one?
I don't know.
Good looking pitch.
14-5. South Carolina came back and won that one. So that's outside right there, full.
South Carolina's a team that's feast or famine. They depend on the long ball, and they strike out a lot, but when they don't strike out, they can put the bat on the ball, and there's a shot up the middle. Martin Olich finds it, throws it over, and it's in time.
Wow, what a play over there. Both ends by Martin Olich and Rock, because he had to make a quick transfer if you were Martin Olich on that, simply because of the speed that was out there on Otts. And it was a quick transfer on the run there to make the throw, and then a great dig there by Bo Rock to get the out. It was a bang-bang play right over there at first.
So now with 2 outs, this is going to bring the DH Thompson to the plate. Takes a healthy chop at that first one, swing and a miss for strike 1. My Pirates done anything? They're starting
I was
to
going
rally.
to update you on that in a little bit. I'm holding back.
It's probably 102-1 by now. As this pitch fouled back, 0-2 now is the count.
We'll say Tennessee did hang on and got that big win over number 1 LSU.
Nice.
Tennessee's ranked 10th, and that's a 14-7 win. And Vandy still cruising on their ways here with a big win over Georgia, 16-8.
So 0-2 is the count here to Thompson. Davis getting set to deal and fouls it back, and we'll stay at 0-2.
What happened there? Catcher's interference.
Must have been.
Number 4, Christian Kell.
It's the only thing it could have been, I guess.
I looked down, so I don't.
So I was also kind of looking at the computer at that time, but he fouled it back.
Yeah.
So either way it goes, new batter now with 2 outs and a runner at first. This is Keel at the plate. Swings on this one, and it's going to be down for extra bases. Yes, it's a fair ball. They're going to ask the runner to try to score from first. They're going to hold him up at third, and that'll be a double.
Thompson wasn't running as quickly off the bat right there when that ball was hit. And they're probably going to wish that he was, but great job out there in the left field by Hancock. Cut that ball off and keep Thompson from
Number
scoring.
14,
So,
Brett
but
Bowell.
it is a stand-up double for Kale coming in there. Now you have runners at second and third. Another scoring opportunity. Do have 2 outs for the Bears.
Yeah, Indians need to find the exit here, but the Bears want to see if they can get something done. There's a grounder.
Tough play.
And that's going to get over there in time. And so that, as you said, was a tough play.
Well, the runner was right in front of Martin Olich. The runner took off when the ball was hit, and it was hit to short. And so it was basically the timing of it was right there when the ball arrived and the runner in front of Martin Olich.
He did what he was supposed to do. He's supposed to check up and
Number 21,
just cause havoc
Marcus
without
Jackson.
interfering, and he did. So the run was scored. It's now 2-0 Southwest, and the Bears get it done with 2 outs in the inning. So now this will be back to the top of the lineup. with Jackson, who doubled and scored a run. Looks at that pitch, and the runner will get the free pass to second.
Trying to draw a throw from the Indians is what they were trying to do with that first and third offense, and trying to get the runner in a rundown, probably more than likely, is what they were searching for, to get Kell in a rundown and maybe try to sneak that run in at third.
This is going to be a slow roll. There's going to be trouble as well. Second baseman's going to have to hurry. Tosses it under with the glove and does get the out, so the Indians escape with just minimum damage done as the Bears add another run here in the top part of the second. Can the Indians find some bats to answer here in the bottom half? 4, 5, 6 due up. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set to head to the bottom of the second inning. The Bears doing what we said they need to do. Strike early, get some of that confidence rolling early here in Game 2 after dropping a 19-3 decision in 7 innings in Game 1. And Brad, they've done so far. They got 3 hits on the afternoon, 2 of those going for doubles. They've been able to cash in on 2 runs and take advantage of the catcher interference that we got the ruling on during the inning to score that run. And so now ICC, still plenty of innings to play, but need to show a little life here.
Yeah, Lorette's done a good job thus far. Of course, 1 inning pitched, and like I said, 3 up, 3 down. So he has shut the bats down thus far of Etowama. So bats need to get hot here and back up Ben Davis. And he hasn't thrown a terrible game. He's given up 2 hits thus far, probably 3 hits. Excuse me. But again, got to back up Ben Davis and give him some run support.
That pitch missing high evens things up at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs as this is Jackson Lee at the plate here for the Indians. And wow, that one a generous strike. It's looked up in the zone that time. 1-2 now is the count. Lee, Settlemyers, and Rock scheduled up here for the Indians in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, Coach Collier didn't really like that call either, so he was discussing that. Didn't get him to chase right. Oh,
wow.
Well, you called it. Okay.
That was an extremely generous strike 3 call there, and that's going to be the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. But now the Indians have to know that corner of the plate is going to be wide open with this strike zone, so you have to come up there with the mentality of playing the ball that way or at least fouling it off to keep the at-bat alive. As this pitch fouled back and out of play, as this is Jackson Settlemyers at the plate, the DH here for the Indians. So 0-1 is the count. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the second. Game 2 between ICC and Southwest.
Yeah, that's what you learn in your first rotation. That's what you're passing along to the players when you're going back to the dugout is, okay, this is what I learned. Of course, number 1, how he's throwing, spin of the ball, what you're seeing, all that. But also, all right, ump called this, he smashed that one. But
that one right there has got a chance as they're going to go back to the wall and, just up against the wall to make the play.
He hammered that one, just got under it just a little too much, Adam. And, of course, still got the wind blowing like it's blowing and really kind of cutting across here, going to right field, center right. So it was going to be, with that wind, it was going to be a challenge, but he did put a charge in that.
Yeah, any other normal day, that one's probably out of the ballpark, or if he hits it to the right side, it's carried out, but now with 2 outs, this is going to be Bo Rock at the plate.
He smashes that one.
This one stays fair. It's going to be foul, though, and my goodness, look out for the vehicles part down the side as Bo turned on that one.
Yeah, Bo hammered that one, and I mean, hammered it. So had that one been fair, definitely home run right there, and the Indians have a run on the board.
And chases a high heat there. 0-2 now is the count here on Bo Rock. Well, the Indians went 3 up, 3 down the top of the first, trying to avoid that here in the bottom of the second. As 0-2 now is the count. And Rock puts a flare on that one, and the left fielder slips and puts his glove up and happens to keep that one from getting away. And that's going to be the first hit of the game there for the Indians.
Yeah, good piece of hitting right there by Bo. Took that pitch, that outside pitch, and lined it over the shortstop into left field. So great piece of hitting to put the first hit on the board for the Indians.
And I tell you, if the left fielder doesn't have the wherewithal just to throw his glove up and knock that one down, it's over his head on the hop. And Bo's got speed for a big guy. Could have thought about turning that one into a triple. As there's a healthy swing and a miss as this is Gray Bain at the plate. 0-1 is the count. Bain, as we mentioned in game 1, recently committed to Southern Miss. Looks at that one, and that one's in there for a strike. And well, I tell you what, right now the Indians struggling to find out the riddle that is Lee Rett so far.
That pitch had good movement on it right there, Adam. I mean, that thing was like it started on the outside part of the plate and kind of moved back in on Bain some because the catcher even had to turn his mitt a little bit. So, heck of a pitch there. That was kind of a breaking pitch coming in right there that was low, but very impressed so far with some of the movement I'm seeing and the pitching by Lorette thus far.
1-2 now is the count here to Bain. Runner at first, 2-0. Bears with the lead. This one hit hard, and it's a fair ball. Oh, they're going to call it foul. Coach Collier wanting to come out and point, and then the third baseman coming right back to Coach Collier and pointing at a different mark on the field. Boy, that's a tough break there for the Indians, as that one has surely scored a run. That, as they say, is a game of inches, and that time just the break didn't go the way of the Indians.
No, it was smoked. Bain turned on that pitch, and it was just, I'm talking about just foul. And you're right, that would have, in my opinion, that would have scored a run because I think that would have gotten the corner, and I think Bo would have scored.
That pitch missing low, 2-2 now is the count here to the catcher, Gray Bain.
Got twos across now, 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And he is trying to find a 2-out hit here. See if they can spark a rally, trailing 2-0 in this one. Bain turns on that one. It will for sure be a foul ball this time. And we'll stay at 2-2.
Yeah, some good cuts up there by Bain. Some good swings at the pitching of Lorette here. So, Lorette. So, again, as we talked about first game, Bain was able to break out of his slump and grab a hit there. And let's see that continue here and get a big hit.
Pickoff move to first. That was extremely close, as they were able to get back just in time and about caught him sleeping over there. But 2-2 is the count, 2 outs. Bain at the plate, Lorette on the hill. Pickoff move again to first, this time not as big as a lead. And we'll still wait for this 2-2 delivery to Bain. Lorette checks the runner. Now delivers. And fouled off. Good job finding a piece of that one. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good job by Bain. Fighting up there at the plate. Waiting on his pitch to find something to drive. And, again, just battling and fouling back the ones that probably would be called strike 3. But he's fouling them back, hoping to turn it over and turn it around and get that good pitch to hit.
2-2 pitch. That one missing low, blocked up as it went in the dirt. Now 3-2 is the count here to Bain with the runner at first. We're at the bottom of the second. ICC trailing this one 2-0 here in game 2. Bain awaiting the 3-2 offering. Instead, snap throw to first, and another close call over there at first base. So the count is 3-2. Bray Bain at the plate. And another throw to first.
Yeah, Bo doesn't have any stolen bases on the year.
He's not a threat to steal in this situation, especially with 2 outs.
Yeah, and this, full count here, I just don't see it, but I could be wrong.
So waiting the 3-2 pitch here to Bain. Instead, we'll get another throw to first, and they did that. Well, to be fair, they did that a lot in game 1. They did throw it over a lot there as well, so maybe trying to kind of rock Bain to sleep here, and with 3 straight throws over.
And that can affect your rhythm, up there at the plate if you are Bain, but you can't let it do it. As Bo does go because it is full, but runners would be going on that because it was a full count with 2 outs. So ball 4 right there, and runners at first and second now with Hancock.
Number 23.
That was the first walk of the game issued here by Lorette, and now this will be Hancock coming to the plate. He's playing in left field. Runners at first and second here for the Indians. They trail it 2-0. Game 2, we're in the bottom of the second. Indians complete the sweep of Southwest in softball with a 10-0 win in 5 innings in game 2. That pitch at the knees for a strike.
Got an opportunity here now if you're Hancock to try to drive in Bo Rock at the very least and get a run in on the board for the Indians to go into the cut that lead in half.
So Hancock at the dish awaiting the pitch.
Smoke.
Swings on this one, and this could be trouble. Right fielder's going to give chase, but pulls it foul.
Yeah, just foul out there, over the line out there. And the right fielder did give chase to it, but unable to catch up with it. 2 strikes now quickly on Hancock. He's down in the count 0-2. Got to get up there and protect the plate.
Yeah, it's just kind of been the tell of the tape here for the Indians in game 2. Breaks beating the boys. But Southwest been able to cash in on those and take a 2-0 advantage here. Trying to find the exit with a 0-2 count on Hancock. Lorette set to deliver. And swing and a miss, and that's going to be another Renaissance Bank strikeout, the 3rd of the game for Lorette. Well, the Indians put runners on first and second, but can't do anything with it. They trail it 2-0. We'll head to the top of the 3rd after we hear a word from our sponsors here on the ICC Sports Network.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've played 2 here in Fulton, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Bears here in game 2. And credit the Bears, Brad. They could have easily just said, all right, boys, we got drugged there in game 1. We'd pack it up and go to the house. But right now, they're leading this one 2-0 as we head to the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, I think I mentioned at the end of game 1, we can't go down and strike 1 right there on the outside part of the plate. Good pitch by Ben. But, we can't automatically assume we got game 2 wrapped up with the big win that we had there in the, with the score like it was. We got to come out ball 1 right there, 1-1 count. we got to come out and battle because that's what they're going to do, and that's what they are doing. And they weren't going to lay down, and we can't assume that they are. And so Lerett's done a good job of pitching so far. That's strike 2 right there. And they've been able to muster up and put 2 runs on the board before we were able to put any up.
So 1-2 now is the count here. This is Harold, Jones, and McHenry scheduled up here in the top of the third. Game 2 scheduled for 7 innings here. As that's going to be a liner. Second baseman, good job getting in front of that one to knock it down and get the out. Back-to-back putouts now by Capobianco over at second base. And that was a tough ball. The only option he had was to just let it hit him in the chest, knock it down, and toss it over.
Yeah, is that kind of a line shot there? It was low, but it was going to take that short hop right there. And so Capobianco was ready, and that's just the experience he has out there as far as at second fielding those balls out there and knowing how to field it and stay in front on that short hop. So could have been a tough play. He made it look easy.
Now this is Jones at the plate. Takes that first pitch for a strike. He grounded out to second in his first at bat, but it was productive ground out as he drove in a run. Looks at that pitch, and it's going to miss outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So Brad, we talked about it, you win that big game, but right now, I mean, you don't hear a whole lot out of the Indians' dugout as this ball is hit hard, and center fielder's going to go back and loses it off the wall.
Oh, the first baseman. He tripped going around.
Tripped going over the bag, and he may be hurt, as that was a awkward landing over there, and hopefully he's okay.
He's trying to make his turn, and I didn't necessarily see exactly what happened, but I know when you
I think he overstepped the bag and tried to adjust mid-step.
Yeah, when you hammer a ball like that, you're thinking 2 right there, especially when you see it pop off the wall.
Number 35,
so he was thinking 2 all along and was trying to make that big wide turn, and there again, like you said, I think he just adjusted over-adjusted too much or didn't make the right adjustment. So anyway, he's
laughing it off, so that's a good thing.
Exactly. So
and good show of sportsmanship there by some of the ICC fans, applauding, knowing that Jones is okay. And that's going to be probably the longest single of his career.
Yeah, that was lined off the center field wall, and there he takes off. So it was a hit and run action right there. Not a bad choice to do that there with McHenry up. Connor, he makes good contact with the ball. Again, saying he had a great first game, so that's not a bad idea right there. Just didn't expect him to do it that quickly with how Jones failed going around first. But anyway, not a bad idea.
So 0-1 is the count after that foul ball here to McHenry. He grounded out to second in his only at bat so far. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count with 1 out and a runner on first. That's Jones for the Bears. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Indians trailing this one 2-0 here in the top of the third inning. And wow. That pitch called a strike. That might be a makeup call for the one that some of the ICC fans didn't appreciate in the bottom of the second. That's the only reason I would guess that one was called a strike. 1-2 now is the count. And that might have been a pitch out in that situation as they were looking to throw as soon as the ball got there. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, 1 out here. The Indians would love to get a double play ball, get out of this inning, try to get back in and get the bats cranked up. We got 1 hit on the day thus far.
Swing and a miss for strike 3.
That's a big K right there. Like I say, McHenry's been swinging a good bat all day, and that's a big K to get him out because he has been making great contact all day, and that's out number 2.
And so now this will bring Williams, the center fielder, to the plate, who hit the ball extremely hard, but right at the right fielder. And his last at bat, that was to start the second inning. And this is where the Bears have been good here in game 2, and that's batting with 2 outs in the inning. As this one fouled for a strike. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, healthy cut there. And again, Ben Davis doing a good job of getting ahead in the count, which you want your pitcher to do, and throwing strikes right now.
So 0-1 is the count. 2 outs. Runner at first. That pitch high and inside. 1-1 now is the count. Sun starting to set here in Fulton, making things extremely difficult on the right side of the field as you see the shadows stretching across Crescent Field here this afternoon. Is that pitch missing low for a ball? Actually, I should say pre-evening. It is almost 5, or it's after 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
I would say evening starts at 6.
True.
So 2-1 now is the count. Runner at first. Runner goes. Throw is well in time. Even with the not so great throw, had him dead to rights there on the pickoff. And with that pickoff, the Indians get the unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning. More importantly, keep a run off the board there by the Bears. Can the Indians find their bats in the bottom of the third? We'll find out as we'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef,
Needs more lavender.
a wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the third inning. ICC trailing this one 2-0 in game 2 as Lorette has shined so far today. Has only given up 1 hit and 8 batters faced as he'll see the 9, 1, and 2 batters scheduled up here in the bottom of the third inning. You were laughing. What's the Red score then? That's what you're laughing at, I know.
Reds won the game 6-2.
That sounds about right. Well, you can't win them all.
Hey, Pirates are 500 right now. What could you ask for?
Can't ask for a whole lot more. And so this will be Robertson at the plate here for the Indians. The Blue Mountain commit will dig in. Looks at that first pitch outside for a ball. Ty getting the start in center field here, and he was a victim of that sunlight on that, what should have been a double off the wall.
Mm-hmm.
As he looks at that one, that pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, that ball was smoked off the wall out there, and unfortunately for Jones, just had a little trip up over here, but definitely could have been an easy double.
2-0 pitch finds the zone for a strike, and going to draw the Boo Birds from some of the ICC faithful across the way. He's liked them low in the zone today, and he's been there at times. As that pitch high and outside, so one fan dramatically calling it a strike.
3-1, so hitters count here.
Lorette on the hill. Robinson at the plate here for the Indians. Big healthy swing, misses that one. 3-2 now is the count.
Yeah, you just need Ty to get on, put the ball in play. You know, he's got that great speed, and you just hope that he can put something in play, potentially put some pressure on Southwest to either make an errant throw or something like that. And that's not the play you want.
Popped up, pitcher's going to give chase, and he will make the diving catch. He would have been out because they would have called interference on the runner. So he was out in that case. But he did make the catch either way.
He did.
So with one out now, we go back to the top of the lineup here in Drew Capobianco, and this is a guy the Indians need to. He needs to find his bat, yes, but he needs to get back to where he's finding a way to get on base, whether it be those base hits, whether it be walking. He just needs to kind of set his guys up in front of him by getting on base and giving him a chance here.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing you got with the 9-1 combo here with Robertson and Drew Capobianco is the speed. And you definitely would love to have both of them on as he swings through that strike ones with 1-1 count. Because anything coming up after that, as we know, again, if you had Robertson on and you got Capobianco, then who's coming up? We got Martin Knowledge, and then we got Verdon.
Swing and a miss, a pitch in the dirt. 1-2 now is the count, with 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the third. Southwest leading this one 2-0. Lorette has been dealing. This one jammed him but fouls it off, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, he's placed the ball well. He has hit his spots, Lorette, and just done a great job through, well, you know, here we are in the top of the third. Bottom of the third, and is doing done a fantastic job. Something that did not happen in the first game as far as the control and all that. That's a chopper to Lorette and throws him out.
Yeah, nice job defending his position that time by Lorette. It wasn't necessarily easy play, but the ball did take a favorable hop defensively to be able to pop up and have the easy throw over to first. And now with 2 outs, this is going to bring up Matthew Martinowicz to the plate. He grounded out to the shortstop in his only appearance so far here in game 2. So 2 outs and nobody on here for the Indians. They're trailing this one 2-0. Martinowicz, carbon copy of his last hit, grounder to the shortstop, throw over in time, 6-3. On the putout. Indians go 3 up, 3 down there in the bottom of the third. Got to make some adjustments, figure out the riddle that is Lorette. But for the Bears, it'll be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up when we come back in the top of the fourth.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
The slices and the sticks.
All I ever wanted for dinner was pizza, Marcy. And all I ever asked of you was steaks.
Don't choose. Get Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks. And Dane's awake.
Dane.
I smell bacon.
End the dinner drama with hot and ready slices and sticks. Or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the fourth inning. ICC trailing at 2-0 here in game 2. For the Bears, it'll be Williams, Otts, and Thompson scheduled up.
Number 1, Gerard Williams.
The Bears are able to take advantage of a catcher's interference on Thompson with 2 outs in the second inning. Eventually cashed in on that to take a 2-0 lead, as that pitch is going to be in there for a strike.
Yeah, good pitch there by Ben. Good start out again, getting ahead in the count. He hadn't thrown a terrible game there again. I will say that. Again, I think part of it has just been the run support hasn't been there on his end thus far. And I'm not going to say that that's ICC's fault, because I think due credit needs to go to Lorette, because I think he's thrown a good game as well and hit his spots. And, I thought that was going to be called a strike. But it wasn't. Anyway, due credit to Lorette, in my opinion.
So 1-2 now is the count here. Davis's pitch swung on and missed for strike 3.
Yeah, got him chasing one outside right there, kind of where the other one was before, but got him chasing that one on the outside there. It wasn't a strike really, but you could afford to waste one, and he couldn't catch up with it.
That's his second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, and now this will bring Otts to the plate with 1 out, nobody on. Otts in his only at bat so far, grounded out to the shortstop. And that one nearly hit him.
Yeah, it was way inside. Fortunately, it did not hit him. So
I think it was one of those that he was like, "Take it, no," because that was coming with some heat.
It did. Had a little oomph behind it, if you want to call it. And ball 1. That's ball 2.
Yeah, that one just a little over adjustment as he misses low on that one, low and inside. 2-0 now is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out here. All right, set the plate. Looks at that one. It's in there for a strike. 2-1 is the count. Now, I'll say this is and I'm going to quote Steve Diffie. I know Diffie loves when I do that. That corner that he calls on the left side, as we'll do it after this pitch here. This is going to be fouled off. 2-2 now is the count. Home plate umpire, you always say you want to be consistent, even if they're inconsistently consistent, as Diffie likes to say sometimes, and that's kind of what we're dealing with here in game 2 on that outer edge. Is that pitch missing for a ball? 3-2 now is the count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here. Indians need to get back to the plate here. Beautiful, beautiful breaking pitch for strike 3.
Yeah, and that's 2 in a row again for Ben. And like I say, I'm not totally. Again, I don't want.
He's
to.
pitched well.
Yeah.
He just has no bats to back him up right now.
I mean, they have 3 hits.
Yeah.
You know, so we're here in the top of the 4th, and they've only produced 3. Yes, they've been able to produce 2 runs out of it, where Etowama has not been able to produce any. But you know, that's again, both pitchers have thrown well.
That first pitch high for a ball. This is Thompson. He was reached on a catcher's interference in his last at bat. Swings on this pitch on the inside, pops it up. Center fielder is going to drift over, makes a long run, and reels it in, and loses his hat and sunglasses in the process for out 3. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th. The Indians trying to find some bats as they trail it 2-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Darker empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Cagle Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. Cagle Eye Center.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we now head to the bottom of the 4th inning. And for ICC, it's going to be the 3-4-5 batters due up, and that's going to be Verdong, Lee, and Settlemyers scheduled up here. And if you need to spark some bats, this is the part of the lineup that can do it here quickly for the Indians. But I'll tell you what, though, we got to give credit to Luke Barrett. He has been money so far through 3 innings.
Yes, like you say, he's thrown a great game, and all the credit due to him. But yes, it's now time. Etowama's got to crank the bats, find the hits, start making contact, put the ball in play. Great pitch right there to start off with, some kind of like off-speed right there pitch that Verdong took, but 0-1 count. But yeah, we've got to find the hits here.
So 0-1 is the count. Breaking pitch, and it's, wow, same spot but called a ball.
Yeah,
that was a good-looking pitch.
It was. Both of them were.
So 1-1 now is the count here to Verdun. Lorette on the hill here. Taking a lot of time now, set to deliver. This one's hit hard, and it's going to be over the head of the second baseman, and there it is, Brad. The Indians looking for that hit.
Yeah, and that's what you want right there. And again, that puts the second hit on the board for the Indians, but they've got to start getting to Lorette here and either up his pitch count, make him throw more pitches and continue to up that pitch count, or let's put together some hits. And again, you're doing the same thing there as well. So you got to find a way to get to him and also spark the guys behind you after you're getting hits.
Well, this is Jackson Lee at the plate, and there's a breaking pitch in there for a strike. And I'll tell you one thing that has really helped Lorette is the fact that I want to say he's close to 90% that first pitch going for a strike.
Yes, you're right. Funny, though, that pitch he threw right there, the umpires called it a strike and a ball and a strike.
Snap throw over to first, and you're right. It's one of those, again, that outside edge, you got to have an aggressive mindset when you come to the plate because he is calling it a strike, but just not consistently on that edge.
That's it. It's just not consistent.
So 0-1 is the count. Breaking pitch up high. 1-1 now. Goes to count here to Jackson Lee.
Yeah, you don't want to leave that up too much and too often right there, and they're going to have a meeting at the mound here.
Lorette looks like he's starting to labor a little bit here as they're going to have that quick meeting in the mound. We're going to hear from First American National Bank and be back with more right after this.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back. No changes made there as they maybe just want to talk to Lorette a second, kind of get him to catch his breath and settle down in this situation. As the count is 1-1. Runner on first. That's for Dong, who just singled to center. There's going to be a ground ball, and it's going to be to the shortstop, and he's going to go to second.
Whoa.
Oh. They're going to try to call interference. And the Southwest coaches want to come out and question this one. And they get the fielder's choice. And that's going to be 6-4 on the fielder's choice. And what the home plate our second infield umpire is saying that he ran away from the bag. He didn't go into the bag standing up. He swung out wide. So he did not interfere with the throw in that case. And so they're going to continue the conversation here in front of home plate. And well, it's clear that the umpires are not going to. And so the throw got away, so that put the runner on second.
Yes.
So was that an error on the throw?
Yes.
So
Number 29, Jackson Settlemyers.
advance on the E4. So there is one out in the inning here. This is going to be Settlemyers at the dish. And off speed, but popped up, and it's going to go over to the first base side and will make the play. And just in foul territory. And I'm trying to be positive. You know me. I always try to be positive. But the Indians are not making any adjustments at the plate right now because what they're looking at in Lorette, and I'm not a baseball guy, so these guys should figure this out. Lorette's not going to kill you with speed. It's all off speed right now that he's getting them to chase. Move up in the box. You know, shorten that swing a little bit and go after it that way. But right now the Indians just laying back and looks like they're trying to rely on a little bit of the long ball here as a swing and a miss for Bo Rock.
Yeah, you got to make your adjustments. You got to get your timing down, and that's one of the big things there is timing. And you hopefully have gotten that down by now when you're in your second rotation through the lineup or seeing Lorette. And you got to know, too, if you're Indians, you got a break there and you got a runner at second in scoring position. You had there with one out as that's ball one. But now you've got two outs, but you still have that runner in scoring position. You've got to start cutting into that lead. At least you want to try to cut this thing in half.
So 1-1 now is the count. There is two outs, and this is Bo Rock, who singled in his only plate appearance so far in the contest. Indians with only 2 hits in the game so far. Lorette checking the runner, now delivers. And that one's going to be fouled off, and we'll go 1-2 now.
Yeah, Bo has one of those hits. He had a single back in the second inning. And so one of those is goes to Bo Rock. The other one goes to Will Verdung.
Verdun was a race on that fielder's choice that Lee reached on, and Lee was over to second after the throw went to Davis Ford. I'm being mean there. That's not really the direction of Davis Ford. Just the business that the direction's in is not a sponsor. 1-2 now is the count with 2 outs and a runner at second. Rock gets a piece of it, but held on to there by the catcher, and McHenry got a lot to say as he heads to the dugout. Rightfully so, as it's been all Bears here in Game 2. We're going to take a break. Come back to the top of the 5th right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back now as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Indians starting to run out of outs as Game 2 scheduled for 7 here. And for the Bears, it'll be the 8-9-1 batters due up, and it's trouble as Cale and Boutwell and Jackson all have a hit in the game. 3 of the 4 hits for the, or let's see, 3 of the 4 hits for the Bears.
Yeah, and that's at the bottom of the lineup, at the top of the lineup. And then, of course, you got one mixed in there with Jones as the 4th hit for Southwest. But
that pitch missing. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs as Cale is leading us off here. Jams him a little bit. First baseman finds it and is going to toss it to the pitcher. And, ooh, we'll have to make a little bit quicker of a step on the bag there. But it does get the out. 3-1 on the putout.
Yeah, and you know, and you don't. So I'm not going to say that this is what you would do if you're Ben Davis. But if you're Ben, you're like, you want to go into the dugout after you pitch this type of game, and you want to go, all right, guys, help me out, put some stuff together for me. You know, give me some runs because, again, he's throwing a great game. And I know we've said that. That's strike 1 right there to Boutwell. But and you would hope if your guys are there, they're going to say, hey, let's give this guy some support. He's out here throwing a heck of a game for us.
0-1 is the count. And this one hit towards center field is going to drop for a base hit. Just a good piece of hitting. That's all you can do there. As he gets his 2nd hit of the game, does Boutwell. And so now we'll go back to the top of the lineup with Jackson, who is 1 for 2 on the day with a double. A run scored. He did ground out 4-3 in his previous at bat. And so Jackson will be coming to the dish here.
Yeah, but we'll just line that one back up the middle and took it back where it came from, and good job there. Now with 1 out, they've got a runner at first, and like you say, back up to Jackson, who's had one of the other hits today, and he's got some speed on him too. But he's had a double, as you said.
Pickoff move to first, not in time. As Jackson playing in left field, trying to see if he can help the Bears here build on this 2-0 lead. That pitch at the knees for a strike. So 0-1 now is the count here to Jackson. So no balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Runner at first.
Boutwell's got that's ball 1. Boutwell's got 4 stolen bases on the year, so not sure where we are at this point if they're going to try him or not here. With Jackson up at the plate, but he does have 4 on the year thus far.
So 1-1 now is the count. That one missing outside. 2-1 now is the count. You see Joby Cook down there trying to get the rest of the guys fired up. You hear smattering applause. It's really just him. Nobody really else kind of jumping in with him there. So that pitch finds the edge for a strike.
Yeah, again, and people are going to agree, not agree, whatever, but
it's a crapshoot out there.
It is, and you got to know when that pitch is coming. That you might as well just, if it's that close right there, you might as well swing.
Yep. So 2-2 now is the count. Swinging and a miss for strike 3.
Yeah, big K right there by Ben to get the second out of the inning right there, and that's going to bring up Harrell to the plate, who was grounded out twice.
Number 11, Connor Harrell.
That is his 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. And now this will bring Harrell to the plate, who is 0 for 2 with a pair of ground outs, 1 to short and 1 to second. Runner at first. Swings on it there. Second baseman finds it. Will toss it over and get the out. Nice job there by the Boutwell. He was trying to slide and avoid contact as well, and just showed Martinez a little bit of love after they kind of bumped into each other. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. Indians trail this one 2-0. They've only got 2 hits on the afternoon. Can they fire the bats up? We'll find out when we come back right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-0. Southwest with the lead here. It was a run in the top of the 1st on a RBI ground out by Jones after a double for Jackson. And then it was Thompson who reached on a catcher interference, scored on a single by Boutwell. That was in the 2nd, and that's all we've had so far. The Indians, they've only got 2 hits to show for the afternoon so far. As there's that off-speed pitch missing low for a ball.
Yeah, got to be patient. If you're the Indians, you got to try to find a way now. I mean, you've made it to here the 5th inning, here the bottom of the 5th. You got to try to find a way as he takes strike 1 right there to produce base runners. Got to do something to spark this offense.
This is Gray Bain at the plate with a 1-1 count. Looks at that pitch low and outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Bain. That's the thing, too. You just get somebody on base. The Indians have not done that today, and credit to Lorette for causing that so far. 2-1 pitch coming. Grounder, third baseman, scoops that one up. Throw across the way is a little low, but handled there by first. 5-3 on the putout of Bain.
Yeah, that ball chopped down there to third, took that big high hop, and the third baseman down there, Jones, was able to field that thing cleanly and did an excellent job of coming up, throwing, and getting out there for Bain. That's going to bring up Hancock.
And Trey McCray is on deck for the Indians. 1 out, and Eli Hancock at the plate. Looks at that first pitch low for a ball. Well, Hancock, one of the few Indian batters that has moved up in the batter's box here. Swings on this one, but pops it up. Shortstop is going to call everyone off and will make the catch for out number 2. Well, whatever it is, Lorette has given the blueprint on how to keep these Indians bats quiet without being dominant by just striking each guy out like we saw a couple of weeks ago with the kid from Pearl River going to Mississippi State. But, I mean, he's played trusted defense, and they've held him up strong so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's hitting his spots. He's throwing strikes just like there. He leads Dre McCray, and like I said, you mentioned he's pinch hitting, I'm assuming, or probably subbing in for Ty Robertson here. But he's hitting his spots. He's doing what he's been asked to do, and the defense is playing behind him.
That pitch in there for a strike as well. 0-2 now is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, and Lorette is cruising. Awaiting the 0-2 offering here. And if the catcher wasn't set up outside, that's probably strike 3.
Yeah, he was set up. Of course, that's where Lorette didn't hit his spots. But
yep.
You
still got to call that a strike.
Yeah.
That was strike 3. So 1-2 now is the count.
Ooh.
And that one missing low. Really surprised that wasn't a makeup call for strike 3.
I'm going to tell you what, McCray's got more patience than I got. Credit to him because that's 2 balls, 2 strikes right there now. So he's worked the count back to 2-2.
So McCray awaiting this 2-2 offering here from Lorette. Grounder going to be to the right side of the field, and second baseman makes a diving stop. The throw is off target, but I'm going to give that a hit.
That's a hit.
Because he had beat it. What a heck of a play, though, at second.
Well, McCray was able to take that pitch and go the opposite way with it. It's kind of late on the swing there, but it worked in his favor because he was able to go the opposite way. And like you said, the second baseman over there for Southwest, that was Kale, made a heck of a play on it, but it was a clean hit, so not clean, but it was a good hit. It was a single.
Yeah, it would have – that could have been a Play of the Year nominee if he does get that out after making that diving stop. And paints the corner for a strike here on Drew Capobianco. Cap is due. He would love to find a 2-out hit here for the Indians. 0-1 is the count. Looks at that pitch low and inside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. McCray is at first here for the Indians. They trail it 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. That pitch high and outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, took something off that was a changeup of some sort there that he took something off. And, of course, it was just too high and outside to be called a strike. So Drew's ahead in the count 2-1.
And this pitch fouled back off the netting. 2-2 now is the count here to Capobianco. He's 0 for 2, struck out looking to start the game. Or start the bottom of the 1st. He also grounded back to the pitcher in his last at bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at first here for the Indians in the bottom of the 5th. They trail it 2-0. That pitch high for a ball. Held on to there by McHenry, and you're going to have to pay somebody to get that one called a strike.
Yeah, that was way high right there. There was no way that was. Well, I'm not going to say there's no way. We've seen probably some umps that have called it a strike, but should it have been a strike now?
So waiting the 3-2 offering here. There's a grounder, and it's going to get through for a base hit. Nice at bat there by Capobianco.
Yeah, great job right there. He went down after that pitch and drove it where it needed to be driven because it was on that outside part, and he just drove a line shot between third and short. And like I say, went down and got it. So great piece of hitting. We've seen him do that this year, and now it's good to see him back doing some of that. Again, that moved the runner up to second. And that brings up who you really want now in this situation is the catcher's going to take a mound visit here. But you want Mark Knowledge up, and you want Verdun up behind him. So, this is a good opportunity right here for the Indians with 2 outs to put some runs on the board.
Yeah, the Indians need to find some 2-out magic here in the bottom of the 5th. Mark Knowledge at the plate. He's 0 for 2 here in game 2. Both of those have been ground outs to the shortstop. So there's 2 outs. And Lorette looks like he wants a different baseball in this situation. Runners at first and second. Tying run is at first. Game 2 here, if you're just now joining us, ICC won the first game of the day, 19-3 in 7 innings.
Got a halftime score in the men's Final Four, Adam. FAU is up on San Diego State 40-33.
I like it. So this is Martin Knowledge at the plate here for the Indians. Takes a healthy chop at that one, fouls it off for strike one. Starting to hear a little bit more life here out of the ICC dugout, along with a few of the fans peppered across the backstop. 0-1 is the count here to Martin Knowledge. Runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. ICC trails it 2-0. Martin Knowledge awaiting the pitch here from Lorette, who has been solid today. And a high fastball they couldn't catch up with. 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, Lorette doing a great job there, battling back after now you got runners at first and second, and of course knowing that you got Martin Knowledge, and he's just done a good job of going after him right here. And it's 0-2, so I mean he went right after him. He hasn't tried to pitch around him or anything like that, and so kudos to Lorette.
So winning the 0-2 pitch here, and it's going to be to the right side. Right fielder's going to give chase and drops the ball. One run will score, 2 runs will score, and a big-time error there as we've got a tie ball game.
Yeah, and the funny thing about that, Adam, in my opinion, had he let that drop, it would have been
a foul ball. Yeah,
it's a foul ball.
But it bounces off his arm and comes back fair, and the Indians get a big-time break, and we've got a tie ball game.
Yeah, so that's going to be an E9.
Yeah, that's one of those, like, his body was in foul territory. He reached up to grab it with his glove. It bounced off his arm, or out of his glove, off his arm into fair territory. The Indians doing as your coach, run when you got 2 outs in that situation. You never know what happens. Well, that's why you do it, kids. And the Indians have tied this one up at 2. We're going to have a meeting on the mound. We're going to take the break with them and be back with more right after this.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tide!
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tide!
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a call to the bullpen being brought to you by Tommy Morgan, real estate agent. When you're ready to make the change to your dream home, maybe even downsize a little bit, give Tommy Morgan, real estate agent Ricky Murphy, a call at 321-9824. That's 321-9824. And Ricky, be ready to help you out today. And Brad, we do have a new pitcher in the game here. Moving from third base to pitching now is Jones. Sam Crow will come in at third base for the Bears, and we'll take a look at some numbers in a moment here at Jones as the Indians get a score 2 runs off an error And now the runner at second and Verdung at the plate here for the Indians. We'll look the runner back to second. So Jones, who's been solid over at third base today, taking over on the hill. Comes in with 2 outs in the inning and the go-ahead run for the Indians in scoring position. Will Verdung at the plate. And that pitch across for a strike.
Yeah, first thing I probably need to do, and I can't remember if I have or not, but I feel like I did after I looked down at this roster. I think I've called him Baden Jones all day, and I'm sorry, folks, if I did, but I can't remember. But it's Braden Jones, so if I did that, my apologies to the Jones family. As Verdung sends that one between first and second, and that's a single.
They're going to cut the throw off. Now they're coming home with it, and ICC takes the lead. Boy, that was a clutch hit there. Second hit of the game for Verdung, and that error proves to be big as it let 2 runs score. Then the error, Martin Alex, who reached on the error, scored himself, and if they cut that one off, that's probably the right decision, I'm going to say, in that case, because that helped get the throw home a little bit quicker, but Marty's got good speed and able to score, and the Indians take a 3-2 lead.
But Braden is out of Wiggins, played ball at Stone High School, and came in today with 8 appearances on the year, no wins, 1 loss. To his credit, does have 2 saves, 11 innings pitched, giving up 9 hits, 4 runs given up, 5 base on balls, 7 Ks with a .82 ERA.
All 3 runs do belong to Lorette. So he just kind of ran out of gas there. That breaking pitch in there for a strike, as this is Jackson Lee at the plate. And I say ran out of gas. I mean, he was pitching well, just that error out in right field is going to loom large right now for the Bears.
Yeah, he was. He was still pitching well, but credit Will Verdung, still swinging a hot bat and finding a way to put the ball in play for the Indians and sparking, not only, but sparking them enough to get them to go ahead and run in and go ahead and take the lead here.
I believe that was the 6th RBI of the day for Verdung after that last hit. That pitch missing high. Not a bad spot to miss. 1-2 now is the count here to Lee. He reached on the fielder's choice, advanced on a throwing error. He's also struck out looking in his first at bat.
Yeah, that's going to push his 40 RBI total to 47. That's Verdung on the year right now.
Snap throw to first, no tag applied. 1-2, still the count here on Jackson Lee. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Indians have put 3 on the board here in the bottom of the 5th to take a 3-2 lead. And this is going to be a ground ball. It'll be a foul ball, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, Verdung was on the move right there when and I guess it was a little hit-and-run action going on, but Verdung was on the move, and Lee was able to just get a piece of that.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Indians now lead this one 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. There's strike 3. He knew it, as that was the curveball, and it was a beauty. Second time today that Jackson Lee goes down looking at a Renaissance Bank strikeout. But the Indians cash in on an error and score 3 runs in the inning to take a 3-2 lead here after 5 complete. We'll take a break and be back with the top of the 6th right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
The slices and the sticks.
All I ever wanted for dinner was pizza, Marcy. And all I ever asked of you was steaks.
Don't choose. Get Little Caesar slices and steaks. Half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks. And Dane's awake.
I smell bacon.
End the dinner drama with hot and ready slices and sticks. Or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks.
Pizza.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. ICC leads it 3-2 now. And so total different ball game here. Now the Indians got to find a way to keep the bats quiet here for Southwest, as it'll be Jones, McHenry, and Williams up. Jones singled his last time up, but was caught trying to steal.
Yeah, Jones up now can try to help his cause. And hits the first, swings at the first pitch, and that one just gets under Martin Knowledge.
E6 on the play there, so the Indians return the favor on the error, and that's a very, very, very uncommon error on the part of Martin Knowledge.
Yeah, it's one of those ground balls, and it, you're expecting some hops, and it's just one of those that kind of hits and it just starts running low. And Martin Knowledge just kind of pulled his glove up too soon, way too soon, and so went under it. And anyway, damage done. They're showing bunt, but pulls back, and this is McHenry.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if they do keep with this bunt situation here with McHenry, but you play for the team ball. When you get a bunt down and get that tying run over in scoring position could be huge here. But McHenry has swung a hot bat today, as 0-1 is the count. That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
Well, if you're Ben Davis, now you've got that run support that you were looking for, so you got to go out there and be, you just got to go out there and hammer down and focus and continue to do what you've been doing.
Breaking pitch, that one missing low. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs. There is a runner at first. This is McHenry at the plate. Swings on this one, fouls it back, and we'll go to 2-2 now here on McHenry. He's 0 for 2 here in game 2, but did go 3 for 4 in the first game of the day with a pair of a trio of singles, if you will. Struck out swinging to end the third in his last at bat. So waiting the 2-2 pitch here from Davis. Grounder up the middle, another opportunity here to redeem himself. Martin Knowledge gets 1. Do they get 2? And yes, they do. They're going to appeal down to first before they call this a Little Caesars double play, but it looked like a good scoop, and he was able to keep his foot on the bag there, as they're going to talk this one over on the infield, and Southwest immediately asked to appeal, and they're going to stay with it.
I guess they were appealing that he pulled off, or that Bo came off the bag too early.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, the runner now is pleading his case, and really don't know what case he's got to plead.
So the coach is talking to the infield umpire over there, and that was a good job by the coach, because the young man at first base obviously upset on the call and didn't necessarily want him to say the wrong thing, and quickly sent him back to the dugout and said, hey, I'm the coach, let me argue it. And so now a little extra chirping going on by Southwest, so now the home plate umpire coming up and explaining he asked for help, he got it, and the play stands. I thought it was a double play. I didn't see anything that...
Well, I didn't either. I didn't see anything that would draw me to believe that Bo pulled off early, so it was a good scoop on his end and a good pick, but that's ball 1 right there. But, again, got to go with it.
That is another Little Caesars double play. The Indians, they've got those in timely situations today.
Yeah, Ben's quickly
evened up the count after that foul ball.
That's 1-1.
This one fouled back and out of play. 1-2 is the count.
Yeah, Ben's ahead here. And got a little more life out here at the ballpark than what we were having at the beginning of this game.
So the 1-2 pitch coming here, and this is going to be fouled back, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, Bo gives chase, but that's still out of play, going toward the Southwest bullpen, making it down to the parking lot.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here from Davis as Williams steps back in here for the Bears. 1-2 pitch on its way.
Good pitch.
I was about to call that one strike 3, but the umpire's like, no, it's low and outside for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. And that's what we said. He's just been whatever he wants to call on that corner, and he's been that way for both teams, so that's all that matters.
Oh,
there's strike 3. No doubt on that one, and a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there, the 5th of the game for Davis. And now Lady Mo starting to wear a little bit of red and blue here for the Indians as we head to the bottom of the 6th. ICC leads it 3-2. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
The slices and the sticks.
All I ever wanted for dinner was pizza, Marcy. And all I ever asked of you was steaks.
Don't choose. Get Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks. And Dane's awake.
I smell bacon.
End the dinner drama with hot and ready slices and sticks. Or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks.
Pizza.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. ICC leading this one 3-2. And this one is swung on, and it's going to be a foul ball down the line for strike 1. As this will be Settlemyers, Bo Rock, and Gray Bain scheduled up here for the Indians. Settlemyers fouls that one back, and we'll go 0-2 here. This is Jones on the hill. He replaced Lorette, who is still on the hook here after a crucial 2-out error in right field. Allowed 2 runs to score. So that pitch missing way outside. And then that was Mark Knowledge who reached on that error. He came around to score on an RBI single by Will Verdung. Waiting the 1-2 offering here. A little check swing. Slow roller. And the first. Oh, dropped it. Another error by the Bears.
Yeah, just kind of miscues right now for the Bears, and coming back to haunt them, too. And that's one of those. Of course, what I like, too, is if you'll notice Settlemyers, even though that one was, he should have been an out, he wasn't slowing down. He took out, he was hustling out of the box, and he just kind of stuck his bat out there. It's kind of an oopsie swing, but I don't think he expected to get a piece of it. He was trying to check it, wasn't able to check it, and was able to get a good piece on it and get solid bat on it. But again, just kind of a miscue for Southwest, another error on their end. So they got 3 in this game, I think, Adam.
You're correct. And another example of why you run it out until you're called out in that situation. And the Indians able to take advantage of that error there. So with no outs and a runner at first, this is going to be Bo Rock at the plate. He shows bunt, lays down a beautiful one, and there's only going to be one option. And they nearly threw that one away. But that's going to be a sacrifice bunt laid down there, 5-3 on the putout. The runner does advance. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Tell you what, that just shows what type of complete player Bo Rock is. He can swing for power. He can get you just a solid hit when you need it, or if you need him to come in and lay down basically the perfect sacrifice bunt, he just did it there.
Yeah, and of course, left-handed batter, of course, easier to, that's the bunt you want to lay down right there, and you could, so you could easily advance that runner to second. Indians looking for an insurance run, so that way they go into the top of the 7th as I strike 1 to Gary Bain. Go up, they hope to go into the top of the 7th up 2 instead of 1.
So Bain is at the plate, takes that breaking pitch across for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to the catcher. Got a runner at second base. That's Settlemyers, who reached on an error and advanced on the sacrifice bunt. Beautiful pitch there. Just had Bain all kind of confused as it took a late rotation and fell in the zone. 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, Bain was not expecting that pitch right there. And like you say, he's quickly down 0-2 now. You got one out, and you sure don't want to waste this. You'd love to go ahead and either, produce a hit here, get on, or go ahead and get that hit to drive him in.
0-2 pitch, and I don't know how you take those pitches today.
Especially with him,
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't mean that negatively toward the umpires, just with the way he's calling it and doing it for both teams. You don't know when he's going to call it a strike or a ball. Right then, we rolled the dice, and he called it a ball.
So 1-2 now is the count here to Bain. Indians trying to pick up that insurance run, and there's strike three. And I'm telling you, folks, you can't be upset with that call, whether you're an Indian or a Bear, because he's called that both ways.
He has, again, so that's not something you can sit there and, and tell. You got to know that he is – that pitch you're just going to have to swing.
Yeah.
Especially if you get two strikes.
So Eli Hancock will dig in now with 2 outs and a runner at second. Breaking ball outside. 1-0 is the count. And that's what we said. I mean, it's easy for us to sit up here in the broadcast booth and say that, but it's just one of those, as a player, you got to make those adjustments. So 1-0 is the count here to Eli Hancock. Indians trying to get an insurance run here. Breaking pitch, missing outside. 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye there by Hancock, coming up there, not going after that outside pitch, even though sometimes it's been called a strike, sometimes it hadn't, but those have been a little too far outside. So good job by Hancock.
And so 2-0 is the count. Hancock at the plate. ICC leading it 3-2, and there paints the corner for a strike. 2-1 now is the count here on Hancock.
Yeah, pretty pitch right there on the outside part of the plate.
Settlemyers is at second. Hancock at the plate with a 2-1 count and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one right back up the middle. Second baseman can't find it. Awkward hop, and that's going to allow the run to score, and that's going to be a clutch hit there for the Indians.
Yeah, I don't really fault the shortstop on that one, because his only play with Hancock's speed is to charge that ball, and the hops just didn't work out. So I give that a hit.
I gave it a hit as well in that case, and a clutch hit for the Indians now as they do pick up that insurance run. And, of course, when we talk about those insurance runs, we talk about your State Farm insurance agent, Brandon Poland, for all your insurance needs. Stop by and see Brandon or give him a call at 862-9648. That's 862-9648. Brandon Poland, a proud sponsor of ICC Baseball here on the ICC Sports Network. So McCray is at the plate. Looks at that pitch and got to wait. Nope, caught a ball. Again, we're not being sarcastic or mean or anything by saying that. You do just legit have to wait to see what that call is on those edges today. So 1-0 is the count here to McCray.
He singled his last up.
He did. And then pops this one up and shallow center field. Another drop.
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
Yeah, Southwest, I know if you're the coach over there, you're banging your head on the wall. Critical mistakes that are really sealing the deal here for them, and not saying that it has, but dang, those are some tough ones right there, and it's got the Indians not only back in the game, but they got them ahead 42, and now you got runners at first and third due to that error on the shortstop with Capobianco up, who had a good line shot single last time up the bat.
Cap looks at that pitch across for a strike. 0-1 is the count. And yeah, if you're Southwest, you're just shaking your head right now because you're like, guys, we gave it to them. I mean, all 4 runs have been given to the Indians here in Game 2, but credit the Indians because you've got to take advantage of those situations, and they have. Snap throw to first, and it's a little low. Got to be careful. especially in an inning that, or last 2 innings that you've just been bit by the error bug. You don't want to put one away and allow an easy run to score from third. Cap looks at that one. That beautiful pitch, strike 2.
Yeah, it's kind of a breaking pitch in there, slider type pitch going in, and 0-2 count here, so he clearly ahead of Capobianco.
No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Capobianco at the plate. Catcher setting up on the outer edge. Swings on it, and it's going to be a foul ball.
On the foul.
And good job by the infield umpires. He immediately started shouting foul ball, foul ball. You got a fan not appreciating the call there.
I think he's saying the field umpire said it hit off his foot, if I'm not mistaken.
So we'll have a do-over here with an 0-2 count. Runners on the corners here for the Indians. They lead at 4-2. Pick off to first, not in time. What a bizarre game this has been.
Yeah, coming from game 1 to this, it really has. It's been a total turn. Runner goes.
Yeah, there's strike 3. As he ticked it, as they say, and that'll go for strike 3. But the Indians able to cash in on some errors there by the Bears, and they lead it 4-2. We'll take a break and go to the top of the 7th. Can the Indians close this one out and rally to win it? We'll find out and be back with more right after this.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the top of the 7th inning. I missed what that last pitch was.
Well, I did too.
As this pitch is popped up. Left side of the field, Verdon giving chase, slides but can't make the play.
Yeah, good hustle over there by Verdon. Of course, that's again, he's used to this territory over here, but that's a heck of a drop off over there. But again, because our field drains so well, but good chase on it. Maybe we'll see him throw his hands up here and give us a signal of what the count is. I know that's 1 strike, but I don't know if the first pitch was a strike or a ball. That's
a
2
strike. So 0-2 now
0-2.
Is the count here to Otts, Thompson, and Keel scheduled up. There's a grounder. Shortstop comes up, makes the play, zips it across the way. No.
Couldn't dig that one.
Couldn't dig that one as, I mean, tough play, but the throw was there to beat him, and we'll have to say an error on that one.
Yeah, E6.
So an error on the Indians, and that's what we saw cost the Bears. As Martin Olich came up and kind of let that one drop in his breadbasket, and as we said, tough throw, but the throw would have beat him by a step and a half. Maybe just rusted a little bit. So a new batter coming in here.
Number 5 is going to be Nolan.
Walther. And he takes that first pitch for a strike. No outs. This is the tying run at the plate right now here in the top of the 7th. Indians not with anybody in the bullpen here. There's a grounder, and it's going to be a tough one in the hole, and it's going to be tall.
Ooh, what a play by Bo Locke.
Does make it.
What a play.
It is going to be a early nominee for our What a Play Wednesday. And
golly. I mean, and it was a heck of a play by Martin Knox. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
To get over in the hole and that backhand that and make that throw on the run. But dadgum, Bo Rock finished that thing off. He had to jump up to get it and then still came back down on the bag just in time to get the runner out. So fielder's choice there, but gets the out there. It did not get a double play, but we'll get the one out in the inning now.
So with one out now and the runner at second, that pitch missing for a ball. 6-3 on the putout of Thompson. Otts is at second. He reached on an error. And still the tying run at the plate here for the Bears in the top of the seventh. This pitch popped up, and that's going to get out of play, and that'll go for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Runner at second here for the Bears. Davis trying to get the complete game here for the Indians.
And should, and needs it. He's thrown a heck of a game and deserves the complete game if he can get it here.
1-1 pitch, swung on and miss.
Strike 2.
Big time hack on that one. As Keel really didn't know, as it was more of a chop down on the ball versus a home run swing. So now the count goes 1-2.
Yeah, and if you're Davis, you don't, that runner at second doesn't mean anything to you. I mean, sure you don't want him to score, but still you got that extra insurance run.
As this pitch fouled back, we'll stay at 1-2. And that's what you talked about, Brad. The Indians, they needed to find a way to pick up that second run, take that 2-run lead to give them a little bit of breathing room. And right now it's proving to be a big advantage here for the Indians as they lead at 4-2 here in the top of the seventh.
Yeah, it gives Davis time to focus on the batter instead of worrying about the runner there at second.
1-2 pitch, high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at second here for the Bears. They trail the Indians 4-2 here in game 2. Davis getting set to deliver. Pitch on its way. Is fouled back and out of play. We'll stay at 2-2. That was just a good job finding a piece of that ball.
Oh, yeah, it was a good pitch and a good job there of them getting a piece to stay alive there at the plate. So we've still got a 2-2 count, but you're exactly right. Good on both ends. Great on the pitching end, great on the hitter's end.
So 2-2 now is the count. Davis getting set to deliver the pitch, and it's fouled back. Just found a piece of that one, and we'll sit at 2-2.
Yeah, hanging in there. Good job of, again, at the plate there.
This is Christian Keel at the plate.
Yeah, good job by Keel at the plate there. So excellent job of staying in there and getting a piece of everything.
Grounder, and it's going to get through, and the runner will head to third. He had to check up for a second, and so a clutch hit there by Keel. That's going to be his second of the game, and now the Bears are going to bring the potential go-ahead run to the plate here as Coach Collier wants to come out and have a word with his pitcher. We'll take a timeout with them and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Tribe!
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tide!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 1 out in the inning. ICC leads it 4-2. We do have a call to the bullpen being brought to you by Tommy Morgan, real estate agent Ricky Murphy. And it will be the third baseman, Will Verdon, coming in now to pitch. So Will moving from third, and it's McCray who is moving from, I believe, center field. And then it was Roberts. He's somewhere out there in the outfield. They were all moving about as this first pitch is in the dirt for a ball.
Yeah, got a first and third situation here, so the Indians have placed first and third defense on. But Verdon, has played both games at third, coming in this game with 4 appearances at the mound. That ball is,
There's
chance
one.
for a double
Can they
play.
get 2? Nope. No, they just missed the tag, and that's one thing you gotta, that's what it was. You had once the out was at first, the force is out.
That's right.
Yeah, so you have to.
Has to tag him.
Yeah, you have to tag him in that sense.
Number
And it's just one of
21,
those
Marcus
that
Jackson.
Martin Knowledge realized it. I think it was Martin. Or was it? No, it was. Yeah, whoever was covering second realized it after the fact. So now there's 2 outs in the inning. A little off-speed pitch there. Swing and a miss for strike 1. As this is Jackson, the leadoff batter, at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That slider in there for strike 2, and Verdon quickly ahead in the count now with 2 outs in the inning. Tying run is at second. 0-2 pitch on its way, and it's low for a ball.
Yeah, not a bad 0-2 right there. Couldn't get him to chase it. Bain did a good job of getting that thing, blocking that, and keep it from going. It was in the dirt a little bit, and blocking it and keeping it from going to the backstop, and that run scoring and runners advancing. So, excellent job there on both ends.
1-2 pitch coming from Verdon. Off speed, swing and a miss, drops the ball. Going to have to just throw this one down to first, and they do. And the Indians come back to win it by the final score of 4-2 in quite the bizarre game as the Indians pick up the win there. And don't know, just a weird leave there. So umpires kind of stop for a second, and everybody comes together now. We'll move directly into the Renaissance Bank postgame report. For the Bears, it was 2 runs on 5 hits. Boy, 4 tough errors today for the Bears. ICC gets 4 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors of their own. It was Lorette getting tagged with the loss after a great outing. Just the errors kind of cost him there. And it was Davis getting the win, Verdon getting the save. ICC improves to 21-8, 9-5 in conference play. And the Bears fall to 15-20, 4-10 inside conference play. And Brad, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, that's just the tail of the tape right there. That's what you mentioned. The errors were costly, but the good thing with Itawamba that we were able to take advantage of those errors. And, so bad on Southwest end because I know they played a hard-fought game, and they did. They came in here to win this second game. They did exactly what we said they would do. They fought, and they were going to come back and fight in game 2 here, and they did. But again, hard-fought battle. Errors killed them. If I'm giving out my player of the game on this one, I'm going with Ben Davis.
Yeah, Ben Davis absolutely gave the Indians a chance. The bats weren't there, but they found their way at the end to come through and get the win. So I'm going to go agree with you there. Ben Davis, complete game effort to get the win this afternoon. Well, that's going to do it. from Fulton. It's been a long day of baseball. We appreciate those that have hung out with us all day today, especially our friends that have tuned in support of Southwest.
And happy April Fool's Day,
yes,
Adam.
Yes, no fooling here as we do get the sweep. So we're scheduled for baseball on Tuesday. Mother Nature says she's got other plans, so make sure you follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC or visit letsgoicc.com to see if we will still play Calhoun on Tuesday. So for the good Dr. Brad Boggs, Lee Adams, it's good to have Raphael Henry back with us. I'm Adam Gore saying so long from Fulton as the Indians get the sweep with a 19-3 win in Game 1 and a 4-2 rally in Game 2. See you next time here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.